Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a bit of a set comparison here. On the left here I have the 2005 Anakin's Jedi Interceptor from the Jedi Starfighter and Vulture Droid set, and over here on the right I have the Anakin's Jedi Interceptor from 2014. So let's start off by talking about the statistics of each set. So the one on the left came out in 2005 and it was in a $20 set. In that $20 set you got this ship as well as the Vulture Droid, the blue version of the Vulture Droid. And this set on the right came out in 2014, and it had a few more pieces, but it retailed for $5 more than the 2005 version. The 2005 version also only came with one minifigure. The 2014 version comes with two. And with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the details. So taking a close look, obviously there are quite a bit of upgrades in the 2014 version. Mainly the upgrades are the set just got a lot sturdier, a little bit bulkier, and a little bit more accurate to the film. The 2005 version was good enough, I think, and it did a good enough job as far as capturing the overall look of the ship, and pretty much the scale of the ship was pretty good. However, the 2014 version is a lot better as far as the accuracy goes, as far as the scale goes. But that's what happens when you get one ship in a set versus two, because you have the extra pieces where you're able to add it into the one ship and it's able to be made in a little bit better fashion. One of the main differences is that the Astromech here is just the head and the Astromech here is a whole body, and he's able to sit inside the entire ship, which I think looks a lot better and it's a lot more accurate to the film. This over here just looks kind of like they kind of cheated a little bit as far as only having the Astromech head, which I think is okay for 2005, just because that was back in LEGO's day when they couldn't add as much detail as they do now. In addition, some of the major changes are there are landing gears on this version and there are not landing gears on this version. Personally, I do like the landing gears a little bit better. I just think that it helps the ship sit up a little bit more, and it just kind of looks better in its landing mode, and rather than it just kind of sitting on the ground here like this. One of the welcome upgrades is the cockpit area. The cockpit area over here, as you can see, is very detailed and sits Anakin very well in the cockpit. This is a sticker piece, which is kind of unfortunate, but it looks good enough, I think. The cockpit over here is very minuscule. There's not much going on, but he has an actual joystick to control the ship with instead of a sticker panel, which I think this is better, I think, personally, as in terms of playability, but this is better in terms of display. In addition, you see that there is an area to hold Anakin's lightsaber over here. There is no area to hold Anakin's lightsaber in this version. So whenever you had Anakin's lightsaber, it would just kind of have to be thrown to the side or put in the background of whatever you're doing. One of the unwelcome changes, personally for me, I like this printing better than I like this printing. I like this one better because it's bigger and I feel like it's a little bit more accurate to the film. This one, it feels like it sits up a little bit too high. It's supposed to be painted on to the wing of the ship, so I feel like it sits up a little bit too high. Maybe if they would have put it here in the instructions or something, it would look a little bit better. Personally, I just like the old white one better because it's a little bit bigger. In addition, another unwelcome change is under here you can see that this is a printed sticker, or this is a sticker versus this being a printed piece. I really like these round printed pieces. They look a lot better. They look a lot more accurate to me. This just kind of looks like LEGO kind of didn't want to add some more pieces to increase the price of the set, so they went with stickers instead, which I guess is good enough, but personally I like the printed pieces better. Some more good changes come from the back, where you can see the engines, the engine upgrades. This is a very small version of the engines, and this is a larger, more accurate version of the engines. Personally, I like the bigger versions a lot better. I think it looks really good, and overall, LEGO did a great job. Another difference is the cockpits. The cockpit here on the right in the 2014 version was printed on a dark tinted glass with a light gray print. Over on the left, the 2005 version was printed in dark gray on the same tinted glass. I think that the light gray version looks a lot better, looks a little bit more accurate. LEGO's printing quality just went up in general in the last 9 years between these two sets. So I think that LEGO did a really good job upgrading the cockpit on this set. Alright, and that's going to do it for the comparison of the two Jedi Interceptors. Overall, I think that the 2014 version is a welcome upgrade and everything looks a lot better. The 2005 version, however, has some really good nostalgia for me, and I think that LEGO did a really good job in the first place, but I think they did a better job in the second place with the 2014 version. So, with all that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be back very soon with more uploads.